Hey, how everybody doing? Welcome to the Sigma Lenny Show. Right now, we got a real good show today. I got a guest with me right now. He's full of wisdom. His name is Eternity's End, short for eternity, and he's going to basically talk to us today about basically breaking
E3
down
though.
feminism. You know, and
Well,
he's.
well,
I'm gonna let you go ahead.
we
Go ahead and take the floor, man.
uh it's okay. So what we were talking about that day, and it was a lot about the fact that there's positive and then there's negative on each side. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's masculine or feminine, there's positive and negative on each side. And the negative is more toxic than anything else. Like there is toxic masculinity. That's a fact. That's no, like that's a fact. How many of us grew up with fathers who said man up without trying to understand us as human beings, right? Versus anyone else that we've been around. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk to you like human beings, or versus, oh, you're a pussy or you're this. That's all that's toxic masculinity. I don't care what anyone says. Toxic masculinity. Where no one's rising anyone up. That's toxic masculinity, period, right? The same thing goes on the female side. This toxic feminism. There is. I mean, it 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 went to the point where it's no longer when it gets to the point where okay, so women originally didn't have equal rights. That's a fact. Okay, so we get women equal rights, but when you go from the topic of equal rights as an equivalent, not equal rights as in you're forcing it, then now we're talking about toxic feminism. Like what I really mean is here's a perfect example of it. So some feminists will say that women need to work like more women need to be in a specific work field. Let's say engineering, right? I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form there aren't women engineers. What I'm saying is that from whatever data there is out there, it shows usually that women aren't interested in those jobs. Not to say that there aren't women that are down, can do the goddamn work, get it, you know what I'm saying? Like there are
Right.
women that can do automotive, hands dirty, everything, can do it better than a guy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with engineering. The fact of the matter is, not many women want to do that. Most women, they're not most, I shouldn't say that. There are women out there that would rather be their homemaker, and that's okay. But then those same feminists who want to put more women in the industry for automotive, for anything really, they're not thinking of the fact that other women want to be elsewhere. There aren't all like not that many women want to go there, and then they shit on the women that want to actually be homemakers and mothers and be there for their family. And like, how does that even work? You know what I'm saying? Like when you're attacking the same people that you're supposed to be helping, how does that even work? Where do you stand at that point? The same thing for masculinity. When you're attacking a man and you're a man yourself, how are you even, working towards a greater good? All you're doing is attacking the person without even trying to have an inkling of understanding their plight or anything. So even though there are negatives on each side, there are positives on each side. The fact that I'm gonna shout out actually somebody that I constantly watch. I'm gonna check my quick YouTube so I can make sure I get this person right because I every no like seriously everything that she says on God is real. Like she talks about she doesn't denounce women's rights, but she does talk about the fact that men's rights is kind of lacking for the fact that we have more women's and children's shelters than we do for men's shelters. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are out on the streets more, men or women? Shelters are more for the men, the women and the children. So who are on the streets? Men. We don't talk about veterans enough. How they literally, I have a couple of friends that are veterans that the VA don't really, get their shit on time when they need it. And then when they do finally get it, it's like, you know, um, but she goes by Roma Army Men's Rights on YouTube. And she's, she
I'll
shits
put the link
on the
below, guys.
toxicity. Right. She shits on the toxicity of how things should, like, whether it's men or women. But she does, she's a voice for men's rights. And
That's what we need.
I found her on TikTok. Weirdly, it was I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't looking for, like what most people think. Oh yeah, you're looking for booty. No, half the shit I look on TikTok is like music videos that people make that actually are creative. Like, it's not just, you know what I'm saying, like you move the camera in a certain way, you change the scene, and there's a little more to it, feel what I'm saying, like, you, whatever it is that you're saying, whether it's a verse or whatever, that's what I'm looking at. Or anime shit. You know what I'm saying? That's usually how I see things. And it was recommended to me. So I saw one of her videos and I'm just like, she's on to something. I as a man would never have thought about some of the stuff that she has said in some of her videos, and the scope of it is just mind blowing. Like, I just wasn't ready for it, and it wasn't that I didn't understand that, about these things, whether men, are more homeless and stuff like that. Because even as a kid, I mean, I've been homeless with my mom before. I'll even say that. But the thing about it is, I recognized early as a kid, wait a minute, why is it that, I mean, I get why the men, women, and children go to the shelters first, but there's not enough room for anyone else. Everyone keeps getting turned away. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the women and children, the men are definitely getting turned away, but the women and children, if they're getting turned away, that's even worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
as a as a as a whole, it's also, the resources, whether it varies from city to city, it's a bunch of different things. But the point I'm getting at is that the view and scope of how people think, they either think white or black, and that's never how life is. It's gray. But the thing about it is, what most people I've noticed, especially with these days, they tend to, quote unquote, pick a side or pick a tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That, I understand that, but how is it that we're in the 21st century? We have all of this technology. We're able to go to the moon and back. We're able to put satellites in the sky to track our movement and help us get places that we've never been before. We're able to go deeper in the ocean and do the craziest amounts of shit, create holograms. How is it that we're in this world, yet we still haven't worked together for the greater good? I get it. Some people out there just don't understand. Some people out there, are dictators, and you can't really deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But how is it that the civilized nations haven't gotten their shit together already?
Point
How
there.
is it that you know what I'm saying? How is it that we've gotten all this technology and we haven't figured shit out yet? How is it that you literally, I get what's yours is yours, fair, but how is it that you can't spare a roll of toilet paper for your neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
what happened to, I'm just going to shovel out my neighbor's shit right now simply because I'm already shoveling my shit out and I don't fucking mind. I'm already doing it. Whatever happened to just doing it, just paying it forward? You feel me? So all the negative, all that's coming. That's why we're in the state of that, because of all the toxic masculinity. I said that so wrong. Toxic masculinity. I'm drinking, y'all, and smoking, obviously, but
It's all good.
it's all good, right?
It's all good.
But the point is, on each side, the toxic is what's bringing us down. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother never told me that I could never cry. What she did tell me was, don't cry in front of others. Don't, go somewhere by yourself to cry. Go, not that you're not trying to be a bother to people, but it's for you and your emotion. That's something for you. And if anybody should see me cry, it would be my mom or, someone I feel close to. That's it. But my mother never once told me you should not cry. She always let me express myself. I mean, like, there were things that society kind of put a hamper on her, and she, in her own mind, only changed based on how society was reacting and how my brother's father and other, men were reacting with her. But overall, never once did my mother try to push us down as men or tell us that we're too punk or we're too this, or we need to man up or anything like that. Never once. Not once. Okay, I never heard that. I heard it from other people's mothers. Never heard it from my mother. Heard it from my aunts, my other people in my family. Never once heard it from my mother. My mother always brought us up. All three of her children. We were all boys. No girls. So with that being said, she, the way she was, because she's no longer with us, but the way she was is like, she never had it in her mind to push her children down in any way, shape, or form. If we wanted to do something, by all means, you should do it with full throttle, full force, and put your mind to it. Think it thoroughly first, but put your mind to it. Never once did she said, don't do that shit because I can't foresee you doing. No. My youngest brother has the mythical 5 fucking O because he was in all AP courses and he got all A's. He ended up the motherfucking valedictorian over apparently one of the other smartest kids. Simply, and this is the kid that at first hated reading when he first started reading. Fucking hated it. And then, what, 2 years later, he's reading every fucking thing he can see, and it's to the point it's annoying. Never once did my mother shit on him for it. She, tell him, hey, stop reading. It's getting annoying. But never did she say, you should never do that. You know what I'm saying? She never turned it into a negative thing.
Right.
So what happened to his psyche? Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So, with your mom, definitely, condolence to her, and it appears she was a very strong woman, very bright woman. To basically take care of you guys. Also, at the same time too, you- was your mom a single mom? Was your dad in the picture?
So unfortunately, guys, I have to ask, I get where he's going with this, so to give you all the full picture. My dad, unfortunately, was gone when I was 4. So it wasn't like he just skipped out on us or anything like that. Like, he died. He tried and he died. Life gave him the fucked hand, and that was that. Okay. He left children behind. Now I am his eldest son, and I'm 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 the only product of my mom and my dad, period. And that's okay for me. You know what I'm saying? My little brother's father, he was a piece of shit. And I don't have no problem saying that live on air or at all.
Understand.
Because my mom knew that, and he knew that. My brother knows that, and my brother don't talk to him. So it's whatever. Like, he had the audacity to actually say some stupid stuff about, I'm not going to say, about my brother in front of my mom, thinking my brother wasn't going to hear it. But like, my mom knew how me and my brother acted. Like, I was the one who taught him how to sneak down the stairs and be able to listen in on parent conversations. So he kept that information as kids. He had that information. Of course, as a high schooler, about to go in college, of course he's going to still use it and be even better at it. Of course, his mom, of course, our mom, knew he was there. He wasn't all that great at, I mean, he was the best at, one of the best at hiding, but he wasn't like, she still felt him. She still saw him like this. She knew, you know what I'm saying? And she's tried her best as a woman. This woman, so very wise in her years, knew it, tried to stop their father from saying it, and he still said it. So yeah, no, you're a piece of shit. I'm sorry.
That sounds like toxic masculinity, right there.
Exactly.
To
Exactly. That's
be
the
honest
perfect
with you.
example of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Exactly. It when I don't care what anyone says, if you are pushing any of your children down just to raise one up, that's toxic. Period. As a parent, that's toxic. No. No. I may not be, but no. You know what I'm saying? Um the point is that I don't never did my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, she never once said to me, you shouldn't do this. Unless it was harming others. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never once that she told us to harm others. And she always kept us in the mindset of to do well for others. You know what I'm saying? Do good around others. How would you want to be treated? If wouldn't it suck if someone did this to you? That's how the kind of mindset she put in our minds. And as we grew up, it made sense. We wouldn't want someone doing that to us, so why should we do that to others? That doesn't even make sense. You know? So I'm the person I'm coming from. I hear like a lot of people like feminism, this. I have been in a sense a feminist myself. But the thing about it is, when you get so toxic that you're like breaking down the people that are around you, then I'm like, I want nothing to do with you, because I'm all for it. My mom has always been that way with us. She grew us up to be that way. Never once in my mind, physically, scientifically, men are obviously more physically stronger than women. But in my mind, mentally and emotionally, as well as inner body physically, women are more stronger than men. They're the only ones able to create life and be able to withstand the pain to create life. I will never, ever in my life shit on a woman, because I see them as heroes. A lot of the women in my life that I look up to are my heroes. My mom was my greatest fucking hero. Okay? My dad comes second only because I didn't get enough time with him. But he was there. Don't get me wrong. He was there. I know his presence. So much so that I could meet someone be with someone in his family, like his brother or his father, before his father died, rest his soul too. I could be with any one of them and feel a very similar energy and be like, why does this feel so familiar? Why does this feel kind of like my father? Only to find out all he did was hold me when I was a baby. All he did was watch me when I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why he comes second. It's not that he wasn't there. It's just that I didn't get much time with him. Obviously, he's going to become second. It's not, in my mind, it's not a race or anything. It's just this how it is. Fact. That's all. I didn't get much time. So I obviously don't have much feelings for him in that capacity, even though my feelings for him are ultra strong. But my mom, on the other hand, that's my fucking hero. She was Superwoman and then some. She could destroy worlds and create planets and universes all in one snap of a finger. This is the same woman that could break your body in half but heal you with simple words. It is the craziest thing which she could do.
You know,
She is a fucking Dragon Ball Z character, my dude. Like,
I'm, I'm,
quite literally.
I'm gonna say this real quick, man. You know, I wanna, to the audience, I wanna shout out to the single mothers that's out there, strong single mothers. That you know, when he says hero, yes, there are women out there that are very strong, and they're dealing with
Mm-hmm.
the impact society gives them. You know, and I think what happens is
Mm-hmm.
we don't put a good light on that. And you know, for the ladies that's out there too, definitely modern day women, you definitely need to learn from these women because these women have a lot of wisdom to give you, and they can lead you on the right path so you can be the best woman that you can be. I just
Even
wanted to
man.
say that.
I mean, and a lot of people are probably going to laugh at me for the shirt I'm wearing, but I was raised in a very fucking sarcastic household. My mom had the sarcasm as a sailor, so there is nothing that woman was beneath at all. Okay, nothing. Okay, she made crude jokes. She laughed at everything. All right, so don't even try to be like, oh, you love women, but what about your shirt? No, fuck all that. Okay, I will always love my mother, period, hands down. And I will always love women that are like her, that bring people up around them and try more than anything to keep the negative away. Because it just, I've seen other people, I've had friends that are those types of people. And I've seen them act with how, like, not even act, just how they are with their child. I've seen them, and it's beautiful in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like it I don't when I see it and I see them, they're my friends, so I can stare a little bit longer. But personally I don't like staring, not because I don't want to. It's just I know people feel weird, but the only reason why I'm even glancing or staring, because in my mind, I like remember how the view of looking up at my mom. I remember that view. I remember talking to her. Never did she tell me, no, she never faked anything. She told life for what it was. We have rent, we have this, we have that, we got bills. You know what I'm saying? I know you want the best video game, but I'll see if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? We may can't get it this time, but I could probably do it next time. And then following through.
Mm.
And then sometimes even surprises out the ass. Like it wasn't even like weren't normal children. We asked for shit. We were just moderate in what we asked. We didn't go above and beyond some shit like, we want TV. No, not no. We balance. Wasn't too little, wasn't too big. Balance. But guess what? Because of that balance, because of how she taught us and how we soaked it up, and just a merry-go-round of learning for everyone. All she did one Christmas, quite a few Christmases, I would say, because I used to hate Christmas, and the only reason why I hate Christmas is because of how my other family members made it. About the slight greed and present, and I don't want to get that's for another day. We'll talk about that another day. But the point being is that she came through one day when we weren't expecting it. We knew we were down on our luck just a bit. And come to fucking find out, Mom Dukes gave us a Nintendo 64. And we were, you know what I'm saying? Our kid minds were blown like, what? Nah. What? What? Nah. For real? Rip that whole thing to shreds and, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like she spoiled us, but it wasn't like she didn't want the best for us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what anyone says. Like, she has shown me that no matter what type of life you live, it can be rich, period. And she told me, and she taught us, I should say, that people are individuals and that everyone deserves a chance until they don't give you a chance. You know, they give you a reason not to give you a chance, or give them a chance, I should say. Sorry. But I don't look at anyone as any particular thing, whether a guy or a girl. I don't. I mean, like, there have been times where I've been friends and I'm like, fuck this guy, fuck girls, fuck guys, blah 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 blah. But in reality, I'm still willing to give people a chance. In reality, I'm still willing to, have a beer with you, have a quick smoke with you. There's someone the other day, I don't even know this dude. I got out of my car, locked the motherfucker, turned around, about to go into the house, put a cigarette. Well, I wasn't about to go in with the cigarette. I'm about to go, to the door. But put a cigarette in my mouth, about to light it up. You walking down the street, asked for a cigarette. Could have been asshole and said no. But I'm like, I got plenty. Why not? Yeah. Matter of fact, here's two. Ain't no skin off my back. You see what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't expecting to, but he got to. He saw me reach for one at least.
Right.
That's how my mom taught me. She taught me to be able to give one, but here you go. When I'm with my friends and, you know what I'm saying, and people that I love and people that I hang with on a regular, I try my best to, throw in something with them. I'm saying no one's expecting it sometimes. There have been plenty of times where, whether it was drinks, smoke, whatever it was, friends would be like, I ain't got any. Hey, I'm coming through. and then leave an eighth with them just cause. Just cause. I know you know what I'm saying? And then it's not like I asked for it, but when I'm down on my luck, I only ask for the people I'm really, 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 really close with. I'll be like, yeah, I'll smoke with you. They're always like, yeah. But then there's those friends I have that I don't always ask them for anything. I don't ask them for anything at all sometimes. But yet, because of how I have been, the type of person I am around them, I'm not trying to do it to get something for it. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to have good time. Feel me? And because of how genuine I actually feel about that, I've had plenty of people. Man, I've had people smoke me up. Tell me I had a blunt coming, right? I drive down, I had a blunt coming, but smoked me up on multiple dabs, getting some pizza, drinks, we playing some video games, we had fun. Didn't never expected it. But because they know how cool fucking I am and how I do things and how I'm willing to, make sure everyone's square. Make sure, hey, okay, so we got this. All right. So we're going to do it this way. That's way it's more efficient. I know y'all. And then when people see it, they're like, oh shit, you were a little bit right. All right, let's stick with that. And when we do it, and then next time I know, I'm, hey bro, come through. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, friends, when me and you worked together before, what did we do? All right, I want to make sure this goes without a hit. I don't want nothing to go wrong. I know you want to do this, and this, but there's some other stuff we should do here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it was times for each artist, how much song times, how many songs they wanted. All right, let's figure this out. Put it in a spreadsheet. All right, that's what. All right, so we may need to cut this, and this, and then we did.
Yep.
And then it was set in such an efficient way that when we had a problem during the show, all I did was move 2 acts and fix the problem like that.
Yep.
Lickety split. Lickety split. There was no problems there. But just like I've said before, with the thing that we will not be naming right now, it's the same. It's the same. It's the same reason why I never took that picture with you guys.
Got you. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, but we gonna
No,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
that off camera.
Right, right, right.
But I know
But it's the
exactly
same.
what
It's
you're
the same
talking about.
exact reason when him and someone else. I'm not. We're not gonna go into dynamics of that. When they went to go take a picture for the local paper and just a bunch of things that we were doing.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? He invited me into it. He told me, bro, you are more than welcome to come. You helped it. You made this possible, bro. I'm like, well, I don't know why you don't come in here. I didn't want to come in there because it's not. I don't. I'm not. I mean, like, I hope people like my shit, my content, but I don't want that fame, that limelight. I'm good with that. I'm good with staying in the motherfucking shadows. You feel me? Like,
Right. Eternity.
um, but exactly. But it's what's funny is I thought about it later. And I was just like, maybe I should have took that picture, but instead take the picture, but turn my back, never show my face. I thought about that. I thought about that. I was like, you know what? If that's the best way I should have done it, I could have done it like that, and I wouldn't have had a problem. And what we could have done is be like, well, he's been in the music business for a while. I mean, I have, but that's him. Just you know what I'm saying? So whatever. It is what it is.
well, well, we not
I
gonna
ain't
take
butthurt over it.
we not
Right.
gonna take
I
too
ain't
much of
butthurt
your
over it.
time, man, because we know you got some things to do. But just bring it home for us, man, and you know what I'm saying. Tell the guys out there, like basically like how they should watch out. You know what I'm saying? For you know
Honestly,
what I'm saying? Like basically watch out for those women that can possibly be toxic to them, and if they are in the toxic situation, how they should just carry themselves.
I'm gonna actually talk about two things. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about toxicity as a whole, but I'm gonna talk about two separate things, which you said, but I'm also gonna add on from that. First, by starting off with this topic, which is toxic masculinity. Look, I get it, guys. You want to be on top. You want to be the best. Everyone, in some way, shape, or form, wants to be the best, but you gotta realize that you can only be the best you. Don't try to be the best someone else. Like, do you and stop trying to. I mean, like, competition is healthy. Having friendly competition with someone, healthy competition with someone, very sportsmanlike competition with someone, and whatever it is that you're doing. And if both parties are under understanding that it's sportsmanlike, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're close with a friend, I have a really good friend that all we do is talk shit with each other. But the whole point of talking shit is to one up one another to make it funny. And we're not trying to hurt each other's feelings. We know this. We're just doing it to make it fun. The first person to laugh, we got them. That's what I'm saying. That's friendly competition. But when you're being toxic, putting people down, like, you shouldn't be doing that. That's just how I feel. That's numero uno. We're just going to talk about that. You shouldn't be putting younger men down, and you shouldn't be putting your peers down. Shouldn't be a thing. We should stop all this negative bullshit. It's fucking ridiculous. No one should have to deal with it. Not growing up. Period. I get making someone better, but there's a better way to make someone better. There's a better way to push someone to do better. Being toxic does not have anything to do with that. My mom pushed us to be better by giving us goals and raising the bar higher. You know what I'm saying? Telling us, hey, if we got in trouble, it wasn't, oh, you got in trouble. And then I said, punish us. Okay, we can have that thing taken away. And then after our punishment is done, we explain, this is what happened. All right. That's what you should be doing with your children, fellas. Not shitting on them, not giving them no example of why they did wrong. Because what do? Grow up to be men that don't know what they're doing wrong. Vicious cycle we live in, ain't it? So do better for them. Do better for everyone around you. I don't understand why that this whole I'm better than you business has to be a thing ever. And better in your perspective field, yes, but not better. You know what I'm saying? Like not the actual thought that I am actually better than you. That doesn't even make sense. It makes sense friendly competition wise, but it doesn't make sense if you truly arrogantly believe that. Come on. And then to speak about what Lenny was talking about toxic femininity, what you need to watch out for. You shouldn't. The same goes when it comes to women or your daughters. You know what I'm saying, or other family members of that are younger than you or of your peers or older than you. If you see the older ones, if you can see the older ones, the ones who brought you up, that taught you to be a man as your heroes, I don't understand why you can't do that for the little girls in your peers. Here's one person I will actually also talk about. Hot damn I rock. Kane fucking Carter. That man is a genius, always has been, always will be. And let me tell you this. One time he was talking about uh how he has a friend that he had relations with. And they stopped. It's over. They moved on. They're just friends. And every time that they're really good friends. And it wasn't like she was just trying to leave all her bullshit with him. She genuinely wanted proper advice. And the only person willing to give it to her was him. And he loved her. She loved him. But at that time, they weren't trying to, that wasn't for them right now, whatever their situation was. I don't know the full story because that's their life. But what he told us was that a friend of his, one of his homies, was like, dude, why do you tell her good things? Why don't you just tell her to get in the worst relationships, get with this bad dude, this bad dude? That way she comes crawling back to you. And he said to him, he was like, why would I want that? If I really love her and she really will come back to me one day, why would I want her to be in worse condition than when she left me? What sense does that make? Even if we were never going to be together, what sense does that make? To put someone down so bad that they're in worse condition than when they left me.
Mm.
No. He said, I would rather raise her up, tell her the right things, allow her to be an open-minded individual that makes better decisions than when we were together. So that if she views me as a fuckboy based on the new things I'm having, okay. But it shouldn't be that way. She needs a better mindset. And all he wanted to do was offer her a better mindset rather than not give her the proper advice and tear her down and tell her to take this stupid shit. He gave her proper fucking advice.
Mm.
So that she can do better for herself. Period. There have been plenty of people that I've been in relationships with, broken things off, have good friendships with. I genuinely don't want to ever be with them together again, but I would love to be their friend. I'm okay with being their friend. I don't want anything more than a friendship. But do you really think that if they came to me for any type of advice, I'm going to sit there and say, give them the most shitty? No. Like, I'm totally, unequivocally going to give them advice that's going to set them on a better path. Hopefully. And as I tell all of my friends, you can take 100%, you can take 0%, 50, 70, whatever. Take what you can out of it, but take what works for you. Take what pushes you to a better place. Take whatever it is that I have said to you and move to a better place with it. With any of the positive. Don't move down and stoop below others dumb levels. No, move to a better place. Move forward. Like, I don't understand. That's what we all need to be doing ASAP, whether it's men, whether it's women, as men, whether it's our children, sons or daughters, as men, whether it's dealing with our other peers as men, whether it's dealing with other women as men. To set an example is to raise everyone up as a whole. Like, what happened to the whole human empire? Fuck all these empires that have been rising. What happened to the human empire? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're all men. There are females. But what happened to the human empire? How is it that the human empire has been stunted for 20 plus years? That's what bothers me. Totally, unequivocally. That fucking bothers me, dude. Always has, always will. We got all these flashy, nice things. We can bake. We can smoke anywhere. We have the nicest watches, nicest cars. We have cars that you just click that shit and change the color, change the design. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking neon lights and all that shit. Fucking fans that create holograms, home consoles, computers. We have all this shit, but yet the human empire is not even a thing. What happened to the human empire? Like, we were all for it together when we were foraging and shit. But now, what's up with that? I get it. There are assholes in the world. There are assholes everywhere. There are black assholes, white assholes, Hispanic assholes. There are Asian. It don't matter. Assholes everywhere. Native American assholes. Shit, I'm Native American, but I'm not an asshole. Well, I try not to be. Like,
You got a point.
I'm just saying, the world would be a better place if we had less assholes and less people pulling everyone down. Just stop pulling people down. The point of raising everyone up is not just raise black people, not just raise white people raise white people. No, everyone needs to raise everyone up. Period. The younger generation needs to see us doing this, so they do the same thing, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then what do you think will happen to the human empire as a whole when we actually do the things that we need to do to work together and utilize our resources properly? I don't know, go to space. I don't know, maybe teleport. I don't know, maybe develop technology that looks close to fucking magic. Who knows? But it can only work if we're working together. It won't work if we're just bullshitting each other. It's not that, like, I'm just saying, like, as men, here, I'll leave you guys with this. So I can, and this is something he's probably going to be, because it's something I haven't even told him yet. I have a problem with men. And you guys going to hate me for this or love me for this, but you're going to understand it. I'm going to make you understand it. I have a problem with men as a whole. And here's why. How is it that if we are written in the Bible as the first man, right? And a woman is made from our ribs, right? How is it that as a man, you call yourself a leader? You say you're the head. You say you're the commander. But yet, you were willing to do the same thing Adam did to everyone around you. That's my problem with men. Adam threw Eve under the bus. And if, I'm not one to say, like, one thing is proper, one thing is right, because I delve into everything. I look at everything. I keep an open mind, but I believe in a higher power, in a great spirit. but I don't like conforming to any type of religion. I like to view it as a whole and understand it as a whole, but I don't like to conform to any specific religion. The point I'm getting at, and a lot of people are gonna hate me this, is what I'm about to say is gonna fuck up a lot of people. But here's the gist. If we are their so-called commanders, how is it that you threw Eve under the bus and didn't say anything to God, not stand up for her, not protect her, not do anything? You just sat there and cowered. So you threw Eve under the bus, you let her get fucked, right? 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 And then you in turn got fucked because of that, because you kept your mouth shut, right? But apparently there are other books that say there was another woman named Lilith. You get what I'm going at? And I'm not saying that that book is true, but if it is, it means that Adam fucked over two women. So, very bad start, men. All I'm saying. Very bad start. You want to say you're the commander, the leader, the better? Start with being the better by actually standing up and being the better. It wasn't right that Eve was thrown under the bus. Just because she did it doesn't mean he needs to let her dry out to the wolves. If she meant so much to him, if she was supposedly his right, right, left, I don't remember the exact text, but if she was supposedly his rib, my thing is, it's a bad start on all of us. And I say, if you want to be the best, you need to do better. Period. Hands down. If you're going to be the so-called protector, then protect. Stop cowering behind excuses, and stupidity, and dumbassery. Like, I don't get it. I know people are gonna hate me for that, but that's my problem. I have a problem with men because the first man fucked up. My hero's a woman. He fucked up. He fucked over a woman. Like, the mother of your children, that's who you word, threw her in the bus. Word. It don't matter if she'd ate the apple. She was curious. And if you really cared, you wouldn't have just left her alone. Just y'all two in the motherfucking garden. So what? If you could call yourself my brother's keeper, then do it properly. You don't need to shit on your brother just to be his keeper. You lead him in the right direction. Just like Adam could have led Eve in the right direction. The better way to do things. I just hate how we take the other route, the easy route, to do things. It shouldn't be that way. Like, at all. At all. But just little, thought. Most people that will
You
probably
make
hate.
it. I mean, mm, you're hitting a major point there. A major point. We as men we have to be better leaders, man. We got to be better leaders out here. And not only that, we have to stick to our word. If we're going to say that we're going to be a leader, if we're going to say that we're going to be the like for instance with Steve Harvey, he called it the three P's. Protect, provide, and profess. Right. So if we're going to do those three things, we need to be able to stick to that and lead by that, by leading by example, on sticking to that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
Right.
gonna, if I say I'm gonna be the protector, I'm gonna be the breadwinner of the home. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop at any cost. I'm not gonna
Right.
just shit on the next person or shit on my family.
Right.
just
Right.
because of I don't like something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm
And
gonna make sure I
and
still
my
stick to
thing
that.
is,
You know what I'm saying?
and my and my thing is, I will say this. Um,
Oh, excuse me,
as a whole,
excuse me, guys. It looks like somebody's calling. Somebody's
uh,
coming down the live, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Excuse me, audience.
are you
You
good?
know, we always got calls coming in. So, but
Um,
but yes, I'm not going to
I
take too much of
I,
Mr. Eternity's
I will
time. His
I will
link.
say this though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and say all
No,
this
you're good.
real for you. Yes, yep. You guys go and follow Mr. Eternity. His link is going to be in the description below. Y'all make sure y'all go and check that out. Show my man some love. We got a lot of great content for y'all. So y'all go ahead and click on that link below. All right, man. You go ahead and take the floor, man.
I will say quick thing. What I'm saying does not mean that if you're the type of person in it, if you're a type of man that wants to provide for your family, you don't have. There's not a a standard to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you and your partner can work something out, but that's between y'all. Feel me? Not society. Society shouldn't be dictating what you as a man do for your family. Doesn't you don't have to always be the breadwinner. I'm not saying that you do or you don't. What I'm saying is that society should not dictate how you are as a man for your family. If you being something else for your family is doing better for your family, then by all means, bro, do it. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead. That's all I
Absolutely.
wanted to leave with.
It's I want to say this last two in conjunction to what you just said. So basically on my channel we also teach about the Sigma male concept. And Sigma males are that way. We basically separate ourselves from the way society dictates on who or what you should be. And we kind of basically it's like MGTOW, like men going their own way. We whatever way works best for us is the ways that we choose to follow, and then be a leader into that. So you made a really good point there. If for your household, if it don't call for you to be the breadwinner, but your lady, is making the higher end of the spectrum, let her do so because it's going to be the best for both of you as a collective, and for your family as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I
There's
think
nothing. There's
we
nothing wrong with with cooking or cleaning or doing anything. Like that's a man of the house.
exactly,
For all
exactly,
intents and purposes, that's a man of the house. The motherfucker is controlling everything. Whether a woman does it or a man does it, it's the same difference. Feel me?
right.
Just saying. Continue.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right, man. Like because first of all, there's some women that don't know how to cook, but you got men that know how to cook a very good dish, and you know if he's the man that know how to cook and prepare the food for the family, and he finds love in that, by all means, let him do so. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yes.
we don't have to always settle for traditional values per se. You know what I'm saying? As long as it benefits you guys as a collective and y'all together, y'all love each other,
Yep.
and y'all doing what's best for y'all, for y'all future goals, dreams, aspirations, then absolutely you should be going forward in doing that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow
Yeah.
everybody else's principles, if it doesn't fit, you and your family's needs.
Right.
It's just as plain and simple, you know.
Right.
But yeah, we had a good show, man. It was really, really good, man. Bringing you on Eternity. We definitely appreciate you, man. And hopefully you can drop by again, with some more jewels for us, man. Because you got some real good wisdom in there, man. I praise you, brother.
I might. I, you know, it, the only no, and the reason why I even say that is because I've worked with you for like years, bro. Like we've done stuff, projects, small projects, big, a little bit big projects, on and off over the years. So I mean, like, more than welcome to help out, more than welcome to rejoin, more than welcome to. I definitely, bro. Like, I mean, I'm already, in a sense, it's funny though that you had me join because I was already thinking of doing like an interview type of thing for my thing, my stream. I had you in mind for um some of the things as an entrepreneur that you're doing. I had a friend of mine that is a writer in mind. So I'm gonna actually probably hash that out with you at another date or even today or whatever. And
Yeah,
I need to hash out with them. But I need to get a little bit of every that information, and I wanted to like bring them on stream one day, both y'all, not at the same time, obviously, but like each respectively on a different stream on a day, and I'm probably going to do that for you definitely. So
all right, that's what's
we
up,
can even
man.
have a group discussion if you want. It don't matter. Either or works for me. But as I always, even if it's going to be like live chat, I mean, I usually stream video games, guys, but RPGs, sometimes a little bit everything like Call of Duty or Apex or even GTA. Just a little bit of everything, but mainly RPGs, first player games for the most part, or multiplayer RPGs. But sometimes if I do like a just chatting, which is a little bit of a rarity, if I do it with him, what I'll do is I'll put a group chat and I'll just put probably a smaller window for video games for a little bit of entertainment. But there's usually music, there's usually games, there's usually some type of like dialogue from me. I do interact with chat, but I mean, as long as people are chatting, I'm interacting. So uh, sometimes the chat's dead and just vibing to the music, streaming, playing video games, trying to get where I need to get, and doing it,
That's what's
doing a
up, man.
thing. I will say I will be back. I am on a bit of hiatus, a vacation of sorts, because I had a recent move and like I had to change offices, change a bunch of different things. So, um, right now, I should be back by February. I was going to try to get back before February, but that's not going to be possible. With everything, I have to also change a few things on my channel, but that those changes may not be implemented when I want them to, because there's just a lot going on right now. But I shall be back definitely February for my stream, and I'm probably most definitely going to. If I would have to guess, the game that I will play is Star Wars. Shit, what was it? Uh, 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 I forgot what it was called. Because it's actually on Fallen Order, Fallen Order. Yeah, I do play a little bit of Jump Force, but I haven't been playing that lately. So I do play DBZ Fighters with somebody, but we will not have him on there ever. But yeah, want to let you guys know that. But yeah,
Sorry
I
about that.
should definitely, I will definitely be back by February, which is like in a few days. So I usually have my stream times for Wednesdays and Sundays, but I may add more. I'm definitely adding more days to my week, so I'll probably be streaming a lot more often. And it's usually afternoons, nights. So Sundays or mornings. I do mornings and Sundays, but yeah.
All right, well, thank you, man. I definitely appreciate you coming through. Like I said, guys, go ahead and hit the description below. You can go check out Eternity. Like I said, you got good content on there. You're going to show them some love. And until then, this is the Sigma Lenny Show. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.